time is now. Lars versus Michael.
It's time for one of these athletes to make a statement, Jake Warren. You can see from the visual that these men are so very similar. There is one separating factor, and we've seen the effectiveness of that factor before. It's speed, Jake, and will Michael Todd exact the difference maker early?
Yeah, he's looking to set up high and come inside. He's ready to go and just really just hammer that down. Almost like, yeah, bang, like that. Oh, wow! Oh, like a bull out the gate. Michael came in, that's the way we thought it was going to go, and it did. Oh, Neil, what a shot.
Ladies and gentlemen, Monster Michael Todd just rekindled some of his old form. No finesse. Hit hard, hit side, hit directly to the pad, and he did so with venom.
That was a sting that will definitely poison Lars Rorbakken. And not only was the pin so dominant, but I think with Lars, I think that's going to rock him the next 3 rounds. That is going to sit in his mind, and just like any sort of sting, that's just going to go through his blood veins. And I think, I don't want to go the early crow, but I will, Neil, I can't help it. I think that's how we're going to see the next 3 rounds.
We will find out a great deal in this second round. Whenever you get a surprise, it is exactly that, a surprise. But surprises don't happen twice. And Lars Rorbakken knows exactly what he faces now in terms of that influx, in terms of the speed out of the gates from the man from the United States of America. And it's a very focused Monster Michael Todd. He knows that he's got access to that lane. It needs to be a big change. We said it earlier in the Lachlan Adair Paul Lynn match, there's massive changes required. This is it, a very, very pivotal round here. What answer does Lars Rorbakken have? Can he change his stars?
So we'll see how we go. Michael Todd has just shown everyone that he is back. He had that impressive win against Frank Lamparelli, and now his first round is really shocking the system, because usually Michael has to battle 2 people, his opponent and his own mindset. But right now, he is just in the right frame of mind to finish this job off, Neil.
Lars taking a very different grip here. Looking for, sold it a little bit on that one. No surprise there for Monster Michael Todd, though. Mike will know exactly what's coming as Paul Lynn beaming smile over in the corner of the men from the USA. And the difference here is, as I said at the start of things, it is a difference maker. That power out of the gates, that speed out of the gates, and just blasting into your opponent when you've got access to the lane. Mike's last opponent was a tall top roller, pronation heavy. Not tonight. Do not blink.
So Michael almost got his beard caught up in that one. He's got to tuck it in his shirt. He looks better when it's slightly trimmed like that. We could see a new Monster Michael Todd. But now, we're moments away. Will Michael Todd just release that inner monster, just bite down and hammer it straight to the pad? Or is Michael interested in testing other areas out for that bicep? Round 2. Here we go.
Watch for the same soup warmed over, and there it was. And Jake, a couple of things as Michael explodes there, and the confidence floods into the body of the man from the States. There's a couple of things that are really worthy of note in the Norwegian corner, and these are things that they got to pick up on really quick. Firstly, look on the replay there. Look at the position of the elbow of Rorbakken, right on the front corner on the right-hand side. Terrible place to start when the man is that much faster. And why is because he's got access to all that shoulder commitment. Even though Michael in that instance used a lot more back pressure. It wasn't all forward. But he's still very, very easily accessing the lane. And Lars has got to make this so that he doesn't have that ability. At the moment, he's doing everything wrong, and he's allowing Mike to initiate very easily. There's no pressure going into that hand. Michael has his lower palm high, his hand is not full, and he's exploding all over the man from Norway.
Yeah, and exploding, and it just seems like with the body language of Lars, that he thought this match was going to go into straps. He thought that I will just slip out of it and we'll get into straps and it won't be a problem. But it's become a big problem now. Lars can't even get out of that hand because by the time he does, it's blown up and it's been pinned. So now, round 3, Lars will need to change your game plan. That's what we're asking for all the opponents, it seems like, as we get into match number 4. But look at that low hand grip from Michael.
And look at the elbow.
Yeah.
He's right there again. He's allowing Michael all that access. And you say he'll need something special. He might need holy water, because if he stays in that position, it is just going to be a bad night for him. He needs to really engage that pronator, really lock it off there and try to put the pressure into Michael's hand. Little better here, but
Michael looks like he's got that pronator.
We're about to find out. He's going to go straight to the side. Strap match coming. Oh, there's an elbow foul. Little better there. He had more connection to the lat, but Michael's so much quicker. And I actually think Michael's actually getting a little relaxed here. Look at the position of Mike. He's allowing his hand to be filled. That's the level of confidence he's got.
Yeah, cutting off that pronator. Full hand. The monster. I like the confidence. We haven't seen Michael blown up. Here we go. Round 3.
I'd love to see Lars get something here, because this has got the hallmarks of a great match if we see the stop and we see it turn into one of those grinders, because we know that Rorbakken can do that. He can contest matches there. This is better. Here we go. Strap match.
Second elbow.
Oh, no.
What I'll do, Niels, you put your microphone down. Go out there and tell the referees.
Devastating.
Do not call the third elbow foul.
Yeah. You know what? I think it's down to Lars here, because if he pins that elbow and just pronates really hard, hits the height, pronates really hard, he's going to get the strap. I think Michael is not opposed to that.
Yeah, it kind of seems like I've got you, I'll try and pin you, but it's like it seems like subconsciously he wants to test the strap out now, because he knows he's got him with that speed and power early on.
Monster Michael Todd is a showman, and he will want to put on a show. For all the comments beforehand that he wants to make this boring and get it over with, there's a lot of things he could do there to make this match more easy for him. He's definitely, firmly in the driving seat here. But if Rorbakken pins that elbow, yeah, thank God.
Yeah, we are all about just seeing matches and power and people testing their strength. And Neil and I were probably both just holding our breath there. Absolutely. That it wasn't going to be a third elbow foul. And we don't have it there, as now the strap is being applied. Michael's beard is tucked in. And I'll tell you, everyone's just bloody bald in this event. The last match, both men were bald, and now these two are ready to go at it. I tell you, does Lars keep the same? It looks like with his elbow position, he's keeping relatively the same plan. But where does Lars now go on the strap?
And he needs to keep the same plan, like these lads need shampoo. He really needs to change things up dramatically. Lock the pronator, get yourself into the hand and wrist, and Michael Todd, and put some tax on him. Make him work a little bit. Michael's allowing that position, and Lars should jump all over the opportunity and make it count. Everybody wants to see this thing stop. Will we do so? Little better now from Lars. On go the brakes, and we are in an arm wrestling match, ladies and gentlemen. Now watch the adjustments. Michael carving that hip forward, trying to make sure that Lars... What have we got there?
So it was an elbow foul on Michael.
Wow.
So Michael came off the back of the pad from Risto.
I'd love to see the replay there, because it looked pretty clean, but maybe we missed something. It was a bobble, or Michael was worried about that.
And Michael was claiming that Lars's elbow went off, but he feels really confident. He was ready to transition into the press there. So no messing about now. They'll fight for the grip and they'll go back into it. So 2 elbow fouls to Lars Rorbakken and 1 elbow foul to Monster Michael Todd.
Now then, here we go. The strap applied, and Lars Rorbakken pinned that elbow, locked the pronator, got some change there. He was by no means dominant in that match, but chinks of daylight, an opportunity on which to capitalise. Whoa, that was a... Yeah, that was early.
Looked like a double, I think they've called it.
It looked like a jump from Mike.
Yeah, Lars changing the way he's holding his sword in this round, so I do like that. Finally, Neil, we've asked from athletes prior to make a change when you're down 2-0. Lars has done it. So it's looking like 2 elbow fouls to Lars.
Let's just listen in here and... So Michael complaining about the strap being lifted there and amended when it's applied. Wasn't. One thing you can say about Monster Michael Todd is he lets the emotion out when he's at an arm wrestling table, Jake.
Yeah, he does. He definitely doesn't hold anything back. He's one of the straightest shooters in the world of arm wrestling. So now, straps being applied. So we'll see. We'll see. As I was saying before, the guys started talking. He's holding his sword differently. Lars Rorbakken is holding his arm in a different position, and you were really upset with the way the elbow is. And now he's brought it just that little bit further to the middle of the table to give him movement and give him range. So then when Michael does attack him, he's got some sort of defence.
Yeah, much better shape, and he can feel the position of Mike as Mike goes to accelerate. But the good thing is there, from a viewing perspective, you would think that Mike has a little bit of tax in the hand and wrist. Maybe he knows otherwise. He's very... Oh, that looked like it was there, and it was. We're not going to get what we want.
The monster roars, the monster goes bang and takes a very handy, comfortable 3-0 lead. He's come out the aggressor, where Lars looking like he's just playing defence. But unfortunately in this match, and we've seen throughout the king of the table card, the aggressor becomes the superstar there. So
let's look at this on the replay, Jake, and you can see massive influx there. Oh, I'll tell you what. We got a bad angle on that, but from where we are sat, we're a little above the table. The camera angle's above the table, and it looked... I like to see pins buried. I'm sure that Hristo Delajakov got that a lot better than we did, because we were at a dodgy angle.
Yeah, the only thing I would see if we get another replay, the back of Lars's elbow, did it come off the back of the pad for the third foul, and then they stopped it and said 3 fouls. A win to Michael, because I'm not one to disagree with the referee's decision.
No.
But the view that we have here in the commentary box, I probably thought I could fit my head in between Lars's hands and the pin pad. There was a bit of room there, but either way.
Hey, listen, if you're in the corner of Monster Michael Todd, if you're Monster Michael Todd himself, make no mistake about it. I know he said he wasn't looking past Lars Rorbakken, and he's not. But one thing he is doing is looking forward a little, and he wants to write his future by his own terms. And we know there's a very big event coming up in the United States of America, East versus West, and he is looking for the shot at the title in this weight class. He wants Tadikian. Correct. He wants the title. He wants to make a statement, and he's making a statement right here.
You're doing it too. You're doing wrist right here. I'm not doing anything.
So here we go.
Lars Rorbakken with a change of the position again. Harking back to a pretty open style top roll. Trying to, way too much influx, and the ferocious press to the side there.
Just
from Monster Michael Todd.
Lars Rorbakken like an old school game show button with that press. Incredible stuff from the Monster. We'll see if they're going to do any more rounds. Did you see the replay? Speed, finesse, power, the perfect ingredients. Read Lars Rorbakken like a Stephen King book, sorted him out.
When we were talking earlier tonight in the pre-show, we said that if you go 2 back and you go with the low hand top roll, you leave a massive opportunity. You leave the opportunity for the press, and Monster Michael Todd is versatile, and in this mood, he's a horrible man to arm wrestle, particularly when he's got access to all those lanes, Jake.
Yeah, if I'm the Monster now, I'd be putting those lanes and the queue in the rack, because we know he's probably going to have a shot at the 115 kilo world title, and now he's having another go. He's won the match. He's got his title shot. So now, Monster, just sit back, relax, enjoy the rest of the night and grab a drink. As much as I love seeing more and more arm wrestling, when you know your next match is for the world title, I'm not a big fan of pulling the extra rounds.
Michael has never had an off switch. Sometimes, oh, that's a huge elbow foul there, driven off the side of the pad.
But yeah, you're saying he's hugely driven, and if someone's offering him to pull again, he's going to pull, and he'll try and insert himself in the next match, which is Kitagali Ongabayev and Oleg Petrenko.
The focus has already changed, Jake. You can see in the body language of Michael that he's relaxed now. He's having fun, talking. Demeanor's completely different. He's relaxed now. He's talking. But he wanted to make a statement tonight, and he's made that statement. The downside for the viewer is that it's slightly detrimental in terms of the quality of the match. We didn't.
I knew if I went in there hard that first time, you wouldn't go back.
We didn't see this match develop in the way we would have liked. But what we did see is a resurgent Monster Michael Todd.
Incoming press in the strap. Look how high Monster Michael Todd is.
Oh, look at the power differential there as well. Now, didn't secure it there. Transition. Looks for the top and a little climb. Now, that gives Lars Rorbakken a great opportunity. And Michael tries to reverse again. Michael's super comfortable here. He's working it. And I think he's gone onto the runner. Turns around, looks to engage the press. Will look to finish now, and Rorbakken will try and stand him up. I think that's one for Lars.
So 2 elbow fouls, Lars Rorbakken, and a runner on Monster Michael Todd. I think they're going to call a foul on Michael. They've called 2 fouls to 1.
But the rule there, running foul for Mike. Then his opponent fouls, and they stop the match. The foul will go to Mike.
But yeah, you're bang on, spot on there, Neil. When Michael is deep in whether it's a low open hand top roll or a King's move, either situation, that is his bread and butter. That's where he will just sit there until tomorrow. He won't get tired. So it would be interesting to see if Michael does go back to that position, to see how Lars attacks it when it's the ultimate endurance.
Michael put it on a show now. You saw the demeanour change dramatically after he secured the victory. And that last match, oh, there it is. I mean, absolutely charged through with the dead wrist press there. The lane was there again. We saw it in the previous round, and Michael took it and drove it straight to the pad. He's not here tonight. He served his time in this sport, putting on a show. Tonight, it was a show of a different kind. It was a show of dominance.
Yeah, so now, do we stop painting Monster Michael Todd in a box where you see the 5 rounds there, 0-1 by King's move? You go back to his match with Frank Lamparelli, 1 win via King's move. So now when everyone calls Michael under the table Todd, that moniker has just been shaken off in his last 2 matches.
Look, with Michael is like a caged animal when he is under fire. And if you put the opponent in front of him that's going to test him and test that capacity, he will try to win by any means necessary.
Yeah, there's plenty of bullets in Michael's gun now. He's got many of weapons, and so we'll see where this run goes. Oh, Michael now wants to test if he can hold Lars's
Watch
frame.
for the one coming back in the opposite direction in a minute.
Oh, return serve. That's probably 2 of the most exciting false starts I've seen in arm wrestling recently.
Oh, there goes that joint.
And just quickly, a big congratulations to the Monster Michael Todd before the replay. Neil, I'm going to jump off the commentary booth for the rest of the night. It's going to be you and Ray. Just want to say, it's been an absolute pleasure working with you for the first time. Congratulations to Monster Michael Todd. I'm keen for it. We'll get out there for a post-match interview.